Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Sunday, and it's October the 16th, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative, and if you're a return viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets, so you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from, and I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And our story today takes us to the city of Raleigh here in North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Mass shooting in Raleigh leaves 5 dead, remembering the victims. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. Well, this is definitely not my preferred choice of a story to cover on a Sunday or any other day, but it has dominated the news since this incident happened this past Thursday evening, and I know many of us were glued to our televisions throughout the night on Thursday when we learned of the shooting and that the suspect was a child, adding to the shock and disbelief we were feeling. And it was early the next morning we learned the true impact: 5 dead and 2 injured, and that the shooter was critically injured and in police custody. So today I want to do something different. I don't want to focus on another mass shooting. I want to spend my time paying tribute to the victims, the fallen, some of whom have provided selfless service to our nation, and I'd like to encourage you to stick with me until the end so I can share my personal perspective on this entire situation. On Friday, we learned the names of the 5 victims, and as you can see, they range in ages from 16 to 52 years. But rather than simply listing their names, if you would indulge me for just a few minutes, I want to take a few minutes to introduce them to my audience, to introduce each of them to you. I believe they deserve that personal recognition. So let me introduce you to the deceased, the victims. You have Gabriel Torres, age 29, was an off-duty police officer getting ready to begin his shift at the Raleigh Police Department when he was killed in his own neighborhood. Torres was also a United States Marine veteran who served at Camp Lejeune here in North Carolina from November 2016 to February 2021 and had achieved the rank of sergeant. He just got out. He just got out last year. He was also a husband and the father of a young daughter. You have Nicole Connors, age 52. Her husband said he found his wife of 5 years, along with their dog Sammy. They were both dead on their front porch. He also showed pictures of the home where the bullets had gone into the house. According to her husband, she was a bubbly person, and everyone in the neighborhood knew her. He said their 15-year-old neighbor was identified as the person who took their lives. Suzanne Canez, age 49, was married and the mother of 3 boys, aged 10, 13, and 14. She was a dedicated marathon runner, and she ran the Boston Marathon several times, as well as other marathons across the country. And she frequently ran in her neighborhood, and especially along the Neuse River, which is where she was attacked and killed. In a Facebook post, her husband expressed his grief and his sadness and said they were experiencing enormous loss. They had enormous plans for their lives, and they were looking forward to becoming empty nester as the boys grew up and I'm sure moved away to college. And then you have Mary Marshall, age 34. She had a birthday approaching, but she also had a wedding day approaching in a few weeks as well. Her fiancé revealed she was killed trying to save her dog. He called the person who took her life a coward. And finally, the youngest victim, James Roger Thompson, age 16, who was the older brother of the shooter. He attended Nightdale High School, where he was a junior, and his younger brother also attended the same school. So here you have it. 5 innocent lives lost to another senseless act of violence, and this time it's by a 15-year-old who lived among them. He was their neighbor. 2 other individuals were injured, and the last I heard, only one was currently still in the hospital, and I do believe one of the injured was also a police officer. And since many people have been asking, yes, the news media have disclosed the identity of the shooter. He is 15-year-old Austin Thompson, pictured here, a sophomore at Nightdale High School. According to reports from the local media, he is currently in Wakemed Hospital in critical condition with a gunshot wound to the head as well as some additional injuries. The last we heard is that they were planning to try him as an adult, and I said that's good. So let me take just a few minutes to tell you how I'm feeling and what I think. I am sick of it all. Sick, sick, sick of not feeling safe. Not even in my own neighborhood. I am sick of having to watch over my shoulders or the person next to me, not knowing whether they have a weapon or whether I could be under attack. I'm sick of not feeling I can trust my neighbors. I'm simply disgusted with the feeling of paranoia. And let me say clearly, I'm also sick and tired of everything being blamed on mental illness. Everybody who commits a mass murder does not have a mental illness. Some people are just evil as hell. And don't let the age of this killer allow you to feel any type of sympathy for him. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was dressed in tactical gear and he roamed his own neighborhood with a high-powered rifle and he was shooting his neighbors down without any type of mercy. So you know what? I sure as hell don't have any type of mercy for him either. Whether or not he lives or dies, I simply don't give a damn. But the real problem is how a 15-year-old would be allowed to have access to a weapon in the first place and whether the adults in that home should also be held liable for his actions. Let me say my anger is real. And everything I say, I must add, allegedly.
And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks just like this one here, it's the notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.